Can you believe it? We get a brand new Yakuza game here in February starring Majima, and it's pirate themed in Hawaii. How cool is that? As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this brand new game that has just been revealed less than 24 hours ago. I'm interested to know your thoughts. So let's talk about this game and some of my thoughts on it. Finally, Majima gets his own game called Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Bit of a mouthful, but this is really exciting. Now, if you've been watching my channel here recently, you'll know that I'm not a long-time Yakuza fan, but I played every single game this year within the span of about 3 to 4 months. So as of now this year, I am a die-hard RGG Studio fan, Yakuza fan, so I cannot wait for anything else that's coming out new so I can enjoy it just like everybody else. And this one looks really great. When this announcement trailer started off, it had a little bit of Majima in there, but I actually thought it was going to be Yakuza Kiwami 3, but you know, obviously we've got something else here, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, Majima is washed up on this island, has no idea who he is, where he's been, how he's got there, which is quite funny. I'm interested in the backstory of all of this, but he finds himself in company with a little boy named Noah and his pet tiger. But I'm really excited because this is obviously going to be a spin-off of the Like a Dragon series, probably similar to Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, with Kiryu and his adventures in between Yakuza 7 and 8. Here we have something taking place maybe concurrently with the adventures of Yakuza Infinite Wealth, maybe just a little bit after. I'm interested to know, how did Majima actually get to this island, and what were his reasons for it? So as a new amnesiac, Majima is of course going to interact with a whole new cast of characters, which honestly look really interesting. A lot of the Yakuza games have these crazy stories, but at the heart of it is a really great core story that's very emotionally moving. I mean, as you know, if you've played a lot of these games, they can be really wild, but again, at the heart of them, the stories are really amazing. So we'll have 4 different islands to play on. We have Rich Island, we have Madlantis, which looks like a crazy mishmash of like a pirate casino or something like that. We'll obviously have Nele Island as well from Infinite Wealth, and again, we'll have Hawaii, which is going to be really fun to walk around and just explore as Majima. Now, the key difference here, as opposed to Infinite Wealth, is this is an action-adventure game and not a turn-based game, and I'm quite happy with that. As much as I do like the turn-based stuff with Yakuza 7 and 8, I feel like Yakuza plays best as a brawler, like a street brawling action type game. And so Majima will have 2 different play styles for fighting. He'll have his Mad Dog style, which is going to be similar to what we've maybe been used to with Yakuza 0 a little bit, and when we did play as Majima. And we have the new Sea Dog style, which is going to be very pirate heavy and very pirate themed, so a lot of swashbuckling and sidearms and stuff like that, which is going to be really fun. And this is the funny thing about a lot of these Yakuza games, is that they're just very out there, but it also really makes sense for the context of these characters and the stories as well. So I'm really looking forward to playing with these 2 new play styles and just seeing what happens. So speaking of the cast of characters, I'm really interested in the significance of Noah and where he comes into the story. Is he part of the Palikana from Infinite Wealth? Of course, we do have somebody that's playing a role of a Palikana disciple here as Rodriguez in this game, and there's a bunch of other people as well. And if you actually look at the RGG Studio website, you can get a list of the characters and who they are and what they're doing. I think this is a little bit more better explained than it was in the reveal video as well, so it might be worth just taking a look through the website and just seeing what's there. But I'm really excited for these new characters and how they interact with Majima. Now, I also wonder if it's going to have a little bit of Wind Waker to it. Now, hear me out. I wonder if you actually get on a pirate ship and sail to different islands. It was kind of teased in the RGG Summit. One of the producers of the game did say that you can go to different islands and find different treasure and different characters. So I wonder if that's not limited to just the different islands that were mentioned initially. Maybe there are other small islands that you can go to and explore and just see what's happening. So that would be really cool, and obviously that would really drive home the point of maybe the pirate adventure that this game is going to offer. So I'm really looking forward to that. I also do want to note that maybe on paper, a pirate adventure doesn't sound like something I would be 100% interested in, but I think in the context of this story and how it's going to play out, and how Majima will pretty much embrace this whole pirate feud and his role in the story, I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, of course, the reveal trailer is going to be centered around the new characters of the game, but I'm also wondering, will there be any returning characters? It looks like you can get some people to kind of team up with your pirate crew as DLC or something like that, but Majima also wasn't teased or shown at all, so I'm assuming that he's going to have something to do with the story. Maybe he actually comes to Hawaii and tries to rescue Majima and gets him back on track and says, hey, what are you doing here? You can't be a pirate. You've got to go back to Japan. You've got a life over here. And also, what kind of pirate treasure can be found? I mean, this is the thing, is now that RGG Studio has established Hawaii as a location, you can kind of play off of it with future games, and this is a really great way forward of doing that, taking existing assets and just making a brand new game out of it. And we saw this with Judgment, and I really loved the Judgment series, and being able to play in Yokohama with a focus on the story that Judgment offers made it feel like a completely different game. And of course it's a different game, but also a different environment than Infinite Wealth and Like a Dragon. So it was really cool. So I'm interested to see how all these islands interconnect and work from there. Now this thing is making the rounds here on Twitter, and of course if you go on 4chan, I haven't been on 4chan in probably maybe 15 years or more. A bit of a gray area on the internet, but this whole game was leaked back in May, and it's so funny because this game seems so wild. The concept of this game seems so wild that nobody would be able to believe it. But actually, yeah, it's so funny because it did come out to be true. It's a new spin-off game. Majima's the protagonist, and the story is Majima is becoming lost at sea, losing his memory, which results him getting involved with a pirate feud and reintroducing different areas from Infinite Wealth, new areas. And I really think this is cool because one of the key points here is it says Yakuza tattoos are the key to recovering his memory. So of course, as with the Yakuza games, you know, most of the people who are higher up in the Yakuza have these significant tattoos, and Majima is one of the key characters with the key arts on his back and front as well, which is really cool. And again, this is the funny thing about a lot of these games. You can read a whole, what is claimed to be a leak, but it just seems so out there. But actually, when it comes to a reveal trailer, it all makes sense. This is why I love RGG Studio, because they can just do these wild and crazy things, but these characters are built for these crazy adventures. I just love it. It's really cool. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I do cover JRPGs week in and week out, and occasionally some Yakuza stuff as well. I am a new Yakuza fan, so slowly trying to introduce that into the routine as well. So anyway, back to the game. Now, overall, was I excited? Was I happy for this reveal? Well, I had no expectations whatsoever other than Judgment 3. I really loved Judgment 1 and 2, and of course, I'm hoping for 3 eventually here, so fingers crossed we do get that at some stage. But after playing Yakuza 0, which I think is my favorite story, my favorite game, Yakuza, overall, I really enjoyed Majima's story, at least his portion of the game in Yakuza 0. So being able to play as Majima now, many years in the future is going to be really exciting. And so I'm really interested to see where they take that. I'm very excited to play this game in Japanese again as well. I do love a lot of the Japanese voiceover and the Japanese dialogue. I'm sorry if you're playing these games in English. I think you are making a big mistake. Not to put any of the English voice actors down, but I just think these games are meant to be played and experienced in Japanese with subtitles, so you can get true inflection on the words and the characters and how they're delivering. It's a whole experience, honestly. It's half of the Yakuza games is all about the voice acting, which I really love, and I'm really looking forward to some more great voice talent coming to this game here. So you guys excited for this game? I sure am. So please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again in a few days for some more JRPG content. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.